Cheers, I do buckaroos. I think I am to be whisperer.
Who else would it be, man? So this is a beer and a shot video, or beer, you know what I'm saying. I'm not actually having a shot, but I am having about a nice jigger pour of regular Jack or old number seven here on the rock, as it were, one big globe cube. This is my very last, the last one, man. Last of a six pack, but I picked it up a couple months ago. Uh, High Beam IPA. I picked it up about 2 months ago when my wife and I are in the Kansas City area. This is from Walnut River Brewing out of El Dorado, Kansas. It is 7.7%. I mean, it is right close to being a double IPA. It is right in that ballpark. But I figured it was probably, like I've had it for 2 months. It was probably in the store for a month, and sometimes, they're canned a month before they even get to the store. So I figured it was ready to be used. The aromas are very nice on this. A lot of citrus, some malt, a little bit of sweetness going on. I get maybe just a hint of brown sugar on the nose, mixed with the citrus from the hoppage going on here. I'm gonna take a drink. So I had one when I first bought it, and it may have changed a little bit because it does feel a tad maltier. However, having said that, it hasn't turned into a malt bomb. All of the hops haven't dissipated, as some folks would like you to believe. But it certainly is very well balanced, that I will say. But it does finish very clean, a little dry. Again, with lingering notes of well, again, orange zest. For sure, you're going to get some grapefruit. Get orange in a great big way, though. I've also got some just classic Jack. Kind of picked this up in homage to my dad, using some glasses that he had. These glasses, I don't know how old these glasses are, but I mean they got to be at a minimum of, well, probably a minimum of 40, but they might even be older than that. Or a minimum of 40 years, I would say. But you probably got them somewhere in the mid 70s. Even if you got them about 80, they'd be damn near 40. Anyway, they've been around, let's just say, okay? Of the five of us kids, not necessarily the only drinker, but I might be the only one that really appreciates this type of glassware. So I ended up with these. I would love to see them go back to the original 90 proof version of this, because it has gone down to 80. It feels like they're kind of, coasting on their name. Old number seven. But the truth is, it isn't the same. Even if they haven't changed the recipe, adding water does change the outcome. So it isn't quite the same, and you really see that, especially when you try the limited edition 86 proof versions that they have much more flavor and aromas. One thing you'll notice about this, or as I notice, the aromas aren't entirely unpleasant, but I have the Jack Daniel's single barrel select barrel proof, and on that one the nose is just exquisite. But on here, the traditional number seven, you can't feel some kind of harsh alcohol like notes on the nose, but there is some pleasantries as well, and it's not all bad, especially for the price point. And it is a whiskey that most people either will just shoot, or they'll turn it into a highball or a cocktail of some sort. Typically, it ends up as a Jack and Coke, which a whiskey like that's what it's perfect for. But in all honesty, drinking this on the rocks, I'm kind of right, probably at the point where it needs to be drank. You get it just enough, just cold enough, and get just enough water in there that it really brings out the sugars, the flavors. I get some nice caramel. Vanilla is pleasant, but there are some nice spice notes. Most noticeable is cinnamon. But you might get some other baking spices as well. You might even feel a hint of cayenne. It isn't bad at all. So I'm going to set this down. I'm going to go back to my beer here. Foghat Stone Blue was playing before I hit the start, but Stone Blue, rock and roll should help me through. Commercial radio has gotten just horrible, especially classic rock radio, because they play the same song. So it leads people to believe that Foghat only had two tunes, "Fool for the City of Snow Ride." But those of like myself that grew up listening to Foghat, we know they have many other hits. That it's just a damn shame the radio won't play them. Stone Blue was a minor, AM radio hit, but it was widely played on FM radio, album rock radio, way back in my day. Stone Blue was a great tune, but I mean Driving Wheel, Boogie Nights, or not Boogie Nights. I'm sorry, Boogie Motel. I meant to say, but my mind wandered. Boogie Motel. Ah. On their live album, they did a great version of "I Just Want to Make Love to You." I mean, it's it just drives me crazy. Well, they only had two songs. No, that's only two songs the radio will play anymore. But back in my day, they played other songs. Fine Stone Blue, fine Boogie Motel, fine Driving Wheel. I love their version of Driving Wheel. I Just Want to Make Love to You. I mean, they were a classic blues band, man. And Price was a damn fine, if underrated, slide guitar player. And he was really one of that he was a great slide guitar player in my opinion, but he was really one of the I don't know if first is the right word, as far as rock bands go that really threw it out front. Um, because Foghat was basically a blues band. That's what they were. I mean, of course, they morphed into something else before they died. But yeah, I mean, through their heyday, they were a hard blues band. So there's nice malt going on in here, a little bit of malt sweetness. You feel a little apricot in the middle. Again, I'm getting more orange than anything, but you might get a hint of grapefruit as well. Apologize when I scratch my nose, or I hate when I do that, but sometimes my nose itches, and sometimes it's my Tourette's. uh, but yes, I get heavier orange in here. I don't know what hops they're using, but I feel like they're using some Amarillo. That's really what I'm getting here. Finishes nice, dry, and clean. I'm glad I finished it up though, because I can feel that the beer is starting to evolve. It's not going bad, as some people would like you to believe, but there certainly is some change happening. But nevertheless, this was a damn fine find. 7.7% IPA. It was $8.98 a 6 pack. I shit you not. Lucas Liquor in Kansas City, man. Now, actually, I picked this up in Lucas Liquor on the Kansas side. So there you go. I'm going to finish up this whiskey here because I don't want too much water getting in here. And that's the trick when you're drinking on the rocks, right? You don't want too much, but there's a reason why a lot of shots are served chilled, because it does bring out some of the sugars and the flavors if you get that right amount of cold to that right amount of melt off. Back going into the end of the '90s and the early 2000s, I used to go to this blues club in town a lot, Nathan P. Murphy's. And the only reason I don't go there often anymore is just I just don't go out that often anymore. Well, not that late in the evening. Bob Martin and Wanda, that old Nathan P. Murphy's, these guys are just awesome. But Bob was always a gentleman Jack drinker, and he'd drink it chilled. So every once in a while, we'd do some shots with, well, probably more every once in a while, but anyway, we're gonna. But yeah, but Gentleman Jack was interesting. Jack Daniels out of the bottle, just straight or neat, taking a shot. has a certain flavor, but you put that shot chilled and it became a whole different animal, and that's what a lot of people don't realize. It's not about adding a whole lot of water, but you add just that little bit of water. You get it cold, and you really change the flavor and the makeup of it completely. So anyway, cheers. I'm gonna finish this up here. And that's done. Anyway, let me finish the beer up here. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor, wisdom man. I was going to knock it all back, but then I got sidetracked in my mind, man. Anyway, one more time with feeling. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom and. Cheese biscuits. All right, good guy. Cheers, y'all.